we are back with 843 TV, and we have Barbara Catenaci with the Heritage Library. I love seeing you because there's always something going on. And I want to share with our viewers that it's a wonderful resource for our community. There's
it's
always
a great place.
Good information, so let's start. It's now spring. We've got through COVID. What's going on?
Spring is always fun for us because it starts our tour season. So we do own 2 historic sites, Fort Mitchell, a Civil War fort located in Hilton Head Plantation, and Zion Chapel of East Cemetery, a colonial period cemetery. And we offer tours throughout the spring, the summer, and into fall. On Tuesdays at 10:30 are Zion Cemetery tours, and on Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning is Fort Mitchell tours. And it's great because you have a docent-led tour, and we also have living history characters, so you get to talk to some of the folks who existed in that period and are part of that actual historic site.
So let me ask you, so Mitchellville Fort, you're saying?
Fort Mitchell, yep.
Fort Mitchell. Where is that compared to Mitchellville Freedom Park?
It is not, it's basically, if you look at the way the crow flies, okay, it's not that far away. But Fort Mitchell is on Skull Creek, okay?
Okay, I want to make sure.
So when you look at Civil War history and things like that, you see the fort was created there to stop the Confederacy from coming back from the Savannah area. So you have basically what leads up to Fort Mitchell. You've got Fort Mitchell, Fort Howell, which was built just to protect Mitchellville. And then on that other side of where Mitchellville was is where Fort Walker is located, which was basically where the Union Army had set up their major camp.
Isn't that interesting? Do we have ruins? Do we have buildings? Do we have stone?
Well, we have sure, at Fort Mitchell we have the remains of the fort. It's not a building fort, okay? What we're talking about is, what was done was temporary. They weren't moved, the Army wasn't moving in. So it's an earth-built, okay? It's an earthworks fort. So you can see where, like, the moat was that keeps folks from coming across, where the cannons were located, and things like that. So it's a great little spot to go and visit.
I have not heard of this yet. I think that's wonderful. That there's all these little forts along the way. Great for children, great history. I think that's a wonderful idea. So what else is going on?
Well, classes, of course, needless to say. We do classes this year we're doing it in 3 semesters. So we are closing out that first semester this month. So there's still a couple of openings for classes. And then in April starts our new semester. So we've got a number of history classes, ancestry research classes. We've got a great author chat with Ron Roth, who is a South Carolina author who just wrote a book about the Civil War and the role of the South Carolina Lowcountry in the Civil War. And we also have a program with David Lauderdale. David is, I think he's semi-retired. I'm not sure if he's fully retired from the Island Packet, but over the years he has written a number of really great columns. So we've asked him to come back and do some classes with us on some of those columns. In the first one, he is talking about Hilton Head and Bluffton artist Wayne Edwards and how Wayne's creativity helped shape today's Lowcountry. And it should be a great program.
That is wonderful. And this is all virtual, too.
Yes. So all our classes are virtual right now.
Is it a Zoom product?
It is Zoom, yep.
And they can do that by reaching out into the website, and there's portals to sign up for.
Absolutely.
All right. And then what else is going on? I want to talk a little bit about the ghost spirits thing.
Okay.
Is that very popular?
It is. At the end of each year, that last quarter of the year is kind of our event time. We try to schedule events in the shoulder seasons. So we do Ghosts and Myths, which is a little bit history, a little bit spooky, look at colonial Hilton Head, and we do that right at Zion Cemetery. We do that on the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday before, that week before Halloween, so we don't interfere with Halloween activities and things like that. But it's a great little event to do. We do it in the dark, in the cemetery, and all that fun stuff. But there is, because we're the Heritage Library, there's a history lesson in there, too.
Of course.
And then coming up this year, we will be back to doing a Revolutionary War Forum as we move up to the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution, and we'll focus in on the Lowcountry's role in the American Revolution. And then, of course, we close out the year with historic holidays on Hilton Head Island.
I'm hoping now that this is what March, we'd like to see what the next 6 months brings us, and we can get back to doing what we love to do.
Absolutely.
People, are you allowing visitors to come to the library now?
We are. We are still working. Obviously, Hilton Head still has a mask mandate, so we will absolutely honor that. When that mandate is lifted, though, we will probably still recommend masks through the summer. We limit the number of folks who are in the library. It's a closed space. We don't have windows that open and things like that, so we will limit the number of folks in the library. We're not doing classes in the library, so we're not jamming folks in. Hopefully next year we'll move to in-person and virtual classes. But we've been able to work around restrictions and making sure it's not a matter of restrictions, it's really precautions. We want everybody to be healthy.
Well, that's exactly right. And let me ask you, can people just drop in, or should they call and see if there's space available? Do they sign up for some time?
It really depends on what they want to do at the library. If you want to work with one of our genealogists and work through ancestry research and things like that, we recommend making an appointment just so we can guarantee that there is a volunteer available and we have space for you. We've separated out computers, done all the things that we are supposed to do and should do. And so we do ask for appointments, but yes, you can drop in and talk to us, and you can, come in and just kind of see what it is that we're about. And we're seeing business pick up again. It's spring, and folks are coming out. So it's been fun.
Well, Barbara, I'm so happy to see you. Isn't this exciting? The Heritage Library, there's so much wealth of knowledge there. Do look it up. Do participate, because I know you'll love it very much. Well, thank you so much. And I want to thank you for joining me with 843 TV, where communities come to speak. We'll see you next time.